Goal is a dream written down. Just like, leave the island for what? Would you like to sample one today?
Hey everybody, it's that Boondocking Diva coming at you with another video, and this time I am at Kidogo Farms. Yes, in the woods, in nature. This beautiful, beautiful walkway leads me to one of the campsites on Kidogo Farms. And look at this beautiful yurt, y'all. This glamping tent and shower. It's part of Kidogo Farms. Yeah, you can stay here through Airbnb. And you can see all the amenities that come with it. And let's see what else we got. Oh, there she is. Yeah, Miss Alicia, the founder and owner of Kidogo Farms. Girl, what you doing on the laptop? Good morning.
Oh, I'm working. You know, some jobs you gotta clock in at 8.
Yes.
And you get off at.
All right, so tell us about what you do when you're not on the laptop.
Well, here at Kidogo Farms, we have a nice garden bed going. We're starting to grow some summertime variety crops like our melons and cantaloupes, and we have some fruit trees that we're starting to see some fresh blooms from. No peaches yet.
Okay.
But hopefully next year we'll have some peaches here on the farm.
Yeah.
Grapevines, we try to be, more closely in tune with our Gullah Geechee roots. So a lot of things we grow are from seeds from the African diaspora or straight from the Gullah Geechee Nation here in South Carolina.
So Gullah Geechee, explain to those of us who haven't heard that term.
Yeah, I be Gullah Geechee. So from Jacksonville, North Carolina, all the way to Jacksonville, Florida, the United States has recognized this area to be what we call Gullah Geechee Nation. It stretches to about 50 to 60 miles inland from, like I said, the North Carolina coast to North Florida seacoast. And basically, these are the islands, the barrier islands, where a lot of the enslaved people from Africa were able to keep their African traditions and religious practices and culture and language. So when you hear folks speaking from the South and it sounds like they're from the Caribbean, it's because they've been segregated on purpose in those barrier islands until they built bridges to get over to those places. The only way to leave the sea islands was by boat. So it was either a concerted effort or, agreement with others to leave the islands. But for the most part, our folks were just like, leave the island for what? Where you going? You ain't got nothing out there for me.
Yeah.
So they stayed on the islands and protected that culture. And thank God they did, because now we're able to explain that to people who are not familiar. And you have folks in Chicago, the Great Run North, and they forget half of y'all come from right here. Your mom and granddaddy them, they from right here.
Yeah.
Right here in the South.
Keeping it real. All right, so what inspired you to buy this beautiful, what is this, 20-something acres?
26 acres. We call it Kidogo.
Yeah.
Kidogo means tiny in Swahili.
Okay.
So the biggest reason for us to buy this land is because we talk about building legacy all the time. And we talk about, putting ourselves in a position to retire early.
Yeah.
I don't know how early is early, but I'm trying to be out of the workforce in less than 2 years.
Yes. Yes. I like that.
I'm almost done. Because when you think about it, Kidogo is basically a love letter to the community, to our ancestors. I really hope my grandfathers are jumping up and down and doing backflips,
celebrating
in their graves, because one of the things they told us is, if you got a piece of land, you got a piece of money. And I wanted to show my kids that my kids have always lived in a home that we've owned.
Yeah.
My parents grew up always owning land. So when I say people from the South swagger different, it's not because we think we're special, it's because we know our worth. And sometimes when you own land and you have something that's of material value that gives you something to negotiate with to get more and do more. And so we started this farm to teach our kids that first you got to feed yourself. Above anything in life, you have to feed yourself. And after you can feed yourself, then you learn how to build shelter. You learn how to weave and sew clothing. You know, and all that other stuff that comes together that builds a community that beckons back to what we're used to from our childhood.
Okay, so you've been here for how long?
We've been on this land for a year and 6 months. How about that?
Wow, you've done a lot. You've built, what, you started building the house?
Yep, the first thing we built was a greenhouse. So we bought the RV, pulled it back here. And then once we got the utilities and stuff in place, the first thing we built was a greenhouse. But yes, we're building Kidogos, which is tiny houses. Here on the farm. And we've got 2 under construction right now, so more to come. Yes.
All right, so tell us about this site over here. Is this one of your more popular sites?
So this is our first lamp site, is what we're going to call it. And what happened is the kids actually came out, and by hand, you see these trees that line the walkway. My kids cut down all of these trees by hand or a small power tool. And they were going to build a fort back here. And, you know, we have to check on them every now and again. So we came out and checked on the kids, and we realized that this is a beautiful spot.
Yes, it is.
So we wanted to share it, and we asked them about the glamp camp experience. And at first, they did it themselves and really enjoyed it. And so we slept up front in the RV, and they slept back here in a tent, just on the ground. And we were like, the wheels got to turning. And it says, well, what would happen if we actually built a platform, something that's more sturdy, and made it more of a long-term situation? And from that, again, we're big on having a dream. A dream is a thought while you're asleep. Right? A goal is a dream written down.
There you go.
So you got to write it down to execute on it.
Make it real.
And so, tangible. And so what we did was allow the kids to dream. We wrote it down, and we just had guests check out yesterday. So, we have a glamp tent.
Okay, cool.
With I think it's a queen-size bed.
Queen-size bed. I know you got a TV in there too, right?
We have a TV, we have an air conditioner, and we have a refrigerator for overnight stays. So, and it's pretty spacious. I mean, we've had a mom and dad and 3 small kids sleep inside. And we've also had a family of teenage kids, and they popped their tent right out here. So mom and dad slept inside, and the teenage kids slept outside, and they popped their own tent.
Right, because you got this extra space over here. Plenty of space for extra family to share the same site.
That's what we wanted to do, because like most of the time when people come in town, you're coming to visit someone, or you're coming for a special event. And we want them to feel like, you know, you can spend more time with your loved ones and not necessarily driving that hour back and forth from the closest hotels, which just happen to be on the beach. You want to go for a quick little tour?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Look at some things that we got growing here. One of the things we also did, you can tell by even the walk path, we try to only disturb as much of nature as we have to. So this was a pine tree forest. So all of the here were probably seeded, which means they plant them and let them grow for 25 to 30 years, and then they chop them down and make the paper and, you know, all the paper goods that we're so used to. We always knock before we go to the factory. So this is our outdoor toilet.
A tiny toilet.
So, and it serves its purpose, you know.
Very cute.
You can wash your hands. You can go number 1 or 2. And it is plumbed all the way to the city. So we do have public services for water. And then, like I said, we popped greenhouses in different parts of the property. This one is going to be used for our aquaponics setup. We have a Dutch bucket system right there right now, but probably need to put a little attention into it. And, you know, fill up the shells again. And then in the more shadier parts of the property, we grow things like our aloe vera. And here, I'm going to show you one of these, because one of the things people don't realize is how easy you can use aloe vera.
Yeah.
And you can see here where it's broken off. My kids are not afraid to use their aloe vera. We use it for body creams. We use it for cuts and bruises.
Okay.
My son uses it in his hair.
So like my mosquito bites, can I put that on there?
Aloe vera.
And you gave us some plantain
Plantain
too.
is actually better for bites, but like scrapes,
Yeah.
bruises.
Okay.
You know, you cut yourself on a, stick.
Yeah.
Aloe vera.
Okay.
So we definitely use it and encourage use.
Yes. I heard somebody say you could spray aloe vera in your hair, and it grows like
So
super.
my son just takes the leaf, cut it open, and takes the gel, and he seasons his roots, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
When he's conditioning his
Because he's doing the
roots.
lock.
That's what makes turpentine.
So that's a natural thing coming out?
Yeah,
of
it's
it?
the
Okay.
sap that comes out of the pine
Oh,
tree.
yeah.
It smells good
And you
too.
use that for...
The ancestors used it for a lot of stuff. I currently don't use it for anything,
Oh, yeah.
but you can boil pine needles and make tea. I've done that,
Okay.
but I haven't
Okay.
used the sap for anything.
Yeah.
But you can see it dripping right out the tree. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
So that means that somewhere the tree was injured or it's overproducing turpentine in the
Yeah.
root, and it has to push it out. So we're getting sap dripped all over our pad there.
Yeah.
But that came right out the tree. No one forced it out. Dripped right out the tree. Yeah, you want to take a look at the garden space?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So we watch your step coming through here.
Yeah.
Because like we just took up a lot of these root trees,
Uh-huh.
and so the roots aren't fully detached from the ground.
Okay.
So we hired out some of the work that has been done, but a lot of it, we try to use the bartering system.
Yeah.
Hey, I got some fruits and vegetables. What can
Yeah.
you do for me?
Yeah.
And so we were able to get, like the rocks at a discounted price, or get someone to deliver them at a discounted price. Oh my goodness, look at this big okra. These are my zinc orange okra.
Okay. Zinc orange okra. Oops. Thank you.
Jing, Jing. Look how big they are.
Wow.
Now we're gonna let these two go to seed. This one, if I pop the top, it's still edible. That okra is less than 2 days old.
Okay.
And it's tender because it broke just like that. Now
Yeah.
this one, you see how it's fibrous?
Yeah.
It's already too hard. Now it's not too hard to eat because you can boil it.
Does that mean it's time to pick it?
Yes.
Okay.
It is. But I'm going to let it go to seed. So we let it stay on a vine a little bit longer so it can pull the nutrients into the seeds. And then we'll pick it and let it dry out.
Okay. Okay.
But these are coming up really pretty. We got a couple fruit on this one over here too.
Yeah.
Okra are fruit.
I did not know that. I've been eating okra for a long time and did not know. I thought it was a vegetable.
Well, and that's the
I learn
confusing part
something
because
every day.
all fruits seed within. So if you
Okay.
think about any of your vegetables that seeds within,
Yeah.
they're fruit.
I've heard people say that.
Tomatoes,
Yeah.
squash.
If
they're
it's
all
got
fruit.
seeds in it, then it's a fruit.
Yes. Collard greens.
Yeah.
Vegetable.
Okay. Okay.
So
And
these
like
are
cucumbers too are
fruit.
fruits.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This is cucumber right back here. And this is what we're trying to train the vine. So we'll come in during the daytime and just weave it in and out of this so it can have, I'll probably take this one lower. But the idea is to put it on the trellis to help hold the weight of the cucumbers when they start blooming.
So they're not too heavy.
Yes. And we have strawberry patch over here. And one of the things about this strawberry patch we love is when people can come out and just enjoy fresh berries right off the vine. Would you like to sample one today?
Not right now. But
Okay.
yes, later, after this. Save me one.
Say less. Say less. Now you got me with strawberries on my tongue. I have to get some more. But yeah, we just come out. DG was saying that, oh man, it's time for breakfast. I'll just go walk through the garden and just eat what's right.
Eating from the land.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, this is my last one. Sorry.
It's yours, girl.
I know, and it just came right off just like
Nice.
that. That
Nice.
was so sweet and so good. But yeah, we got some golden zucchini over here.
Uh-huh.
Some blueberries. We got a peach tree.
Okay.
Basically trying to make this just like a walk-through garden.
Yeah.
So when people come out and visit, you know, and stay in the glamp site,
Yeah.
then they'll feel comfortable enough to just get up and walk around and check out what's going on in the garden.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, just
All kinds of good stuff up in here.
Yeah.
They got chickens back there.
We do. We have 2 chicken coops. Because roosters don't like to live together.
Yeah.
And we found that out the hard way. Those boys start fighting. You might want to sell tickets to that adventure. But yeah, we also had some, you know, tragedy. R.I.P. mango tree.
Oh.
I grew this mango tree from a seed.
Oh.
It was 4 years old, and the winter snap froze it. So we had it covered. We tried to protect it. We put it in the greenhouse. We did all of that, and yeah, she still didn't survive.
Yeah.
So I'm holding out hope that maybe something might come up around.
Yeah.
So we haven't gotten rid of her just yet, but ultimately, it's what happens in gardening and farming. Sometimes you lose plants.
Yeah. All right. So what is this all about? Is this just more stuff you're growing?
Yeah. So everything we start out here, we try to start it in seeds because we're just opening up, you know, the land. We don't have but one garden bed. So we did everything in pots last year. It worked out for us.
Okay.
So we figured we'd start our seedlings in pots again this year. So normally things will start in the pots here, and then they graduate and go into the garden bed, and then, you know, into more pots along this side.
Okay.
Or, you know, we have an outdoor kitchen, so if we pick and cook and harvest our vegetables, the kids will just come over here, get what they need, and then go over there and cook it, you know, because we live right here on property.
The kids just come over here and get what they need. Y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Isn't that a beautiful experience?
Some of these plants we also sell on Facebook Marketplace.
Okay.
So yeah, we're just providing seedlings for people who want to start a garden, but don't have the time to germinate and wait for the seedling to grow.
Yeah.
We'll sell seedlings so people can just kind of like an Insta garden.
Yeah. So you start the garden here.
Yep.
And then it moves over to the main.
To the grow beds. Yep, over here where we have in-ground grow spots. And then once we finish construction on the house, we'll have like a food forest in between the tiny houses, so it'll be easily accessible for people who actually live on the property.
Okay. And then I see you got some chickens back there.
Yeah, we have our chicken coop with our one rooster in each coop. And my daughter just what do you call it, incubated some more eggs.
Oh yeah.
So we actually have babies too.
Yeah, I saw them. And then you're building a house too.
Yes, we're building a Kidogo. It's a tiny house. The idea is less is more. We only wanted to construct the spaces that we actually spent time in.
Yeah.
And that's a small living area, kitchen, bathroom, and an actual bedroom.
Okay.
And when I say bedroom, I mean for sleeping.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yep. We're almost done. So hopefully in the next month or so, we'll be finished.
Yeah.
That's the first one. And we're building a smaller one in the woods. So you get a chance to check that one out as well.
In another year, if someone wants to do business with you.
Yeah, hit me up on
said
Facebook, Instagram. We are looking for investors.
Yeah.
We're particular. When you own, you can be real finicky about your investors.
Yeah.
So we've brought along, you know, we have 5 people right now that are waiting to build a tiny home here on the farm. And we invite those opportunities.
Yeah.
You know, we want people that are serious about putting in the work.
Right.
If you want to be a financial investor, by all means, we can do that.
Yeah.
But then don't give me no input.
Yeah, don't tell me how to do
Don't
it.
tell me what to do. Just give me the money, give me a rate, and then we'll talk when I owe you.
Yes.
But if you want to be a hands-on, boots-on-the-ground investor, we absolutely welcome that opportunity. If you have building skills, carpentry skills, electrician skills, you know, solar panels, you know, you grew a garden in your backyard 3 years ago, so now you want to be a farmer. Come to Kidogo. Learn what you need here in a short period of time. I've been in the mortgage industry for over 20 years. So I've done everything from originate a house to foreclose on a house, and went to court and was the expert witness to testify against you being foreclosed on that house. So I think I know the documentation behind mortgages.
Yeah, that's some real experience.
So yeah, you guys, here on the farm, we're going to give you what you need to do this.
Yeah.
we're training legacy builders here.
Yeah, love it. Training legacy builders. So if somebody wants to get a hold of Kidogo Farms or you,
Yes.
Alicia, the wonderful Alicia, founder and owner of Kidogo Farms, how do they do that?
Yeah, we're on Facebook at Kidogo Farms.
Okay.
We're on Instagram at Kidogo Farms. You can also catch us here in Georgetown County at different festivals and events.
All right, well, thank you so much.
Much pieces and blessings to
I'm
you as
so
well.
glad I got a chance to visit this place, y'all. I stayed for the workshop this weekend and hung out with What It Do DG over there in the farm. Hey, girl. And Miss Alicia, wonderful, wonderful stay.
Yes, thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate you.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to do it again.
Yes, absolutely. Soon.
All right.
All right, signing off, y'all. Take care.
Be
Go
good.
camping. Live your best life now.
Get outside.
Yes, in nature.
It only gets better. I
Yes,
promise.
and take an outdoor shower. Yeah, she's got plenty of them around here. So
Yes.
go do that. Bye, y'all.